Hi, and welcome to American Literature, 1865 to present. I'm your professor, Erin Adair-Hodges. This is a short video designed to cover some of the basics and intentions of the course. I will be talking to you, but also reading from my notes while attempting to maintain as much eye contact with my computer as possible. But forgive me any pauses or moments I have to take to look at my notes. So I wanted to talk about a little bit about what this course is designed to cover and the spirit of the course. This semester we'll be surveying some of the major works of American literature from the end of the Civil War and on. And there's a reason why the study of this course begins at 1865, begins after the end of the Civil War. And it's because the schism that occurred over the fight to either preserve or abolish slavery is one that has shaped our history, our culture, our ethos, and our art. And it continues to do so. If we think for a second that the Civil War is past, slavery so long ago, 150 years, and it doesn't matter, all we have to do is look to our modern moment. All we have to do is look at the current news. All we have to do is look a year ago at Charlottesville and what happened there and the tragedy there, the fight to preserve Confederate monuments. This is still fresh in our national psyche. And I believe it's crucial for us to understand who we are. And how do we understand how any people are? In the study of history, you look to their art. And that's exactly what we'll be doing here. What does it mean to be American? Those are some of the questions that we'll be asking. Because of that, that means that what we read and discuss will necessarily engage with issues that some may seem as contentious. I encourage you, though, to not see it that way, to instead see these as opportunities, that our discussions will not be arguments, not trying to prove that we're right and the other person is wrong. That's the wrong angle. Instead, we want to ask questions. We want to ask questions that we don't even ourselves know the answers to. We want to challenge ourselves, our preconceptions, our prejudices, and our biases. And that's because studying literature is one of the most impactful things we can do to develop empathy. And that's actually something we get from science. Recent studies show that those who read literature, and I mean literature, not just anything, not stuff on the web, as much as I love some web content, not comic books as much as I love graphic novels, but literature. When you really do a deep dive into works of fiction and poetry, people who do that rate as more empathetic than others. And if there's anything we need in this modern moment, I think it's more empathy. As well, more critical engagement with who we are. So, what do we gain when we dive into the lives of those unlike ourselves? We gain perspective. We gain the opportunity to rethink who we are and who we want to be. While this is an English class, I think that has lessons for us all, no matter our major, no matter our career. One of the central components of our course will be discussion. Sustained, engaged discussion. That's the way it would be in a face-to-face class, and we are going to mimic that in this online forum, this online model. So this isn't about posting what you find on Google. So you Google what you think is the right answer to something, and then you post that. You're like, good, did my job. I will get my full points. That's not what we're looking for. I'm not looking for right answers. I'm looking for your answers. I will give no credit to anything found on the internet. I've read it all, and I want to hear your thoughts. And also, similarly, when you respond to the work of your peers, this isn't about saying good job. There will be no good jobs. I agree. And then moving on. Instead, this is an opportunity to really try out new ideas and to expand your read and understanding. So to do this, your initial posts and responses to peers are due at different times. So you'll see it in the syllabus, our weekly schedule. Starts on Mondays. Then on Thursdays, your response to the discussion board prompt, it'll be different every week, is due by the end of Thursday. That gives us all a chance, a couple of days to read each other's posts that we can design responses. Thoughtful responses. I can't emphasize that enough. If we're all just saying good job, it's like when you go to a class and if everyone just says one thing all at the same time and then is silent for the next hour and 15 minutes. That's what happens on a discussion board when we don't really actively engage each other. Also, you get bored and your grade tends to suffer. So view the discussion board as a great way to stay actively engaged in the class. Your responses to your peers are due at the end of Saturday. That's designed to help you take everything we talked about on the discussion boards, think about it, and apply it to whatever assignment, your creative or critical responses, that are due at the end of Sunday. So we work Monday to Sunday schedule. Again, this is covered in the syllabus. This course is designed to be a holistic way to engage with and synthesize the information and material. That means there's no shortcuts, there's no cramming. You can't pop in and out, cram all the information really quickly and take a test. That's not what we're doing here, because that's not really how you engage with art or literature. It has to be sustained. It has to be paced. It has to be informed by the discussion with others. So it is very important that you stay on top of the reading, and don't be afraid to ask big, hard, unanswerable questions. If you're taking this class, it is assumed that you can handle a college level reading load at a 200 level, and that's what you're being given. It may seem challenging sometimes, depending on how much you've read in the past. But I try to encourage you not to think of it as a chore. I said in an email to y'all, I've had some really terrible jobs, and teaching, I've done it for about 20 years now, is by far my favorite. And I come in here and I come to every lesson, be it a video or things I'm creating, with passion and energy and focus. And I ask the same of you. If the hardest part of your life is that you get to read some of the best works in English language history, that's a good life. And welcome. If you do find that you're having trouble with the reading load, please reach out. We'll talk about some strategies to make sure that you're managing it. Another thing I want to say is that I am new to Missouri and I'm very excited to be working with you all. And as I said in email, learning from you. Please don't hesitate to reach out and ask any questions that you have. Like I said, I come here with 100% of focus and effort, and I hope that you can do the same. I look forward to hearing your thoughts, and I'll see you online. Welcome to English 2205. I think that's our class. Yeah. Bye.